everyone, and welcome back to my Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play series. We've finished the Falomire, thank goodness, and we are back in Skyhold. Today we're starting in the Undercroft because I noticed when I was making armor and whatnot for all of my companions, the Skyhold customization is here, and I'd forgotten all about it, so we're going to have a look at that. I don't have too many plans today, actually. I was thinking that we need to look around Skyhold and see all the places that have unlocked. We need to finish up getting the horses in the hinterlands, actually. That's maybe something we can do as well. And there's a couple of other side quests that have popped up. And I do want to talk to all of the companions and all of our friends and see what's going on. So we're going to do some exploring and start off with the Skyhold customization, because I don't remember what that is. Oh, I forgot. This is all the furniture that you can change. And I think... is this something... No, I thought you could get this with, I thought you could unlock everything with the golden nug. However, I think I was mistaken. Or if I did, I've forgotten something. But that's okay. I might look at that another time. And I've done all the weapons.
This is where a smith should be.
Let me make sure I don't have anything. Yes, I have 7 items in my inventory, so that's exactly right. Okay. As you can see, some scaffolding has gone up. The roof has been fixed. We've got some draperies happening now, some fires. It's looking lovely in here so far. Let's see. I think I will explore first, and then I might come back and do the sit in judgment. One of the places that you never really can explore is right down in here. So there's all this space. And I like to think that eventually you kind of get like apartments or something in here, but you never really get to see any of that.
They have certainly spared no expense.
I love the Inquisitor's room. Like, look, it's so beautiful up here. Got a nice fire. Got a beautiful view. Oh, amazing. This game is so gorgeous. Okay, what's up here? Ooh, recipes for watchtowers, courtyard upgrades. Exciting. Oh, another beautiful place. Oh, there's the garden down there. More scaffolding. You can eventually get to the apartments that are just underneath here. That's always fun. I don't think you can yet. I think that scaffolding is blocking the way. But eventually you can. And the wardrobe was fun. That was part of one of the expansions. And it comes with outfits for you to wear around Skyhold. And I have a mod that I actually like quite a bit. But it was really nice to see more ensembles to have. Oops. Not there. Here. Well, nothing really in here. I just really like the whole aesthetic though. It's very lovely. Okay. Done with that though. Where else can we go? Templar draperies? In my Skyhold? Excuse me. Oh, we can get to the basement now. I wonder, is it all open? Oh,
Someone emptied a whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, maker, the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
I don't know who said that, but okay. That I kind of like because there's always little snippets of Cole doing things behind the scenes at Skyhold, and there's 3 or 4 little scenarios that you can put together if you ask him about it. And I love it. So this room here is my favorite room in all of Skyhold. It serves no purpose to the story. I don't think there's any point in which your characters have a scene down here or anything. It's just a random dusty spiderwebby library, and it's my favorite place. Ah, I love that it's even got put in here. Let's grab up those codex bits. I wonder if it's all open yet. Oh, there's a couple more rooms.
First a full wheel of Antivan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint. They were right here. I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
Oh, missed those. Oh, excuse me. Alright, back in here. And there's
no end of it. I can store an army.
I know, right? The winery is here somewhere. Oh, this is it. And I like this because all these little ones that you've collected around here, they're all ones that you find around, around Thedas. I think there's 30 of them or something like that. I don't know if you get an achievement for finding them all, but I just think that's really nice. And I'm not sure. I feel like there's maybe one more spot down here that opens up later. But I could be imagining that. Okay, back to Josephine. Josephine always has such comfy rooms, too.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition.
Anything else?
She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother.
That does sound like her.
Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention.
You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Navarra, your worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
You're rather good-natured about threats of death and dismemberment.
They are chiefly bluster, Inquisitor. Most of them. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennard still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt with that mustard taint on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
2.5 hours, I think. But no one's counting.
Oh, dear. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
No one else here has your experience, Josephine. Or your stories.
I'll try to curtail their length next time. But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
I think we may as well do the war table since we're around here. Oh, let me just make sure she doesn't have anything more to say.
Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
Perhaps the Maker set these events in motion so long ago we can no longer see his hand in them.
It would be fitting if that were true. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
Only when I laugh.
Very good, Inquisitor. A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Will anyone even believe me if I claim I didn't kill the Divine?
Perhaps if they learn about your heroics, we should emphasize how you stopped the breach devouring the sky. Even in Jadar, it may win you a few admirers.
What does the nobility gain by saying I murdered Justinia?
A scapegoat to begin with, but I wonder if the Grand Clerics are at work. Those immediately eligible to be divine died at the Conclave. The ones remaining were not as favored. They may look upon you as a rival for influence.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jada I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there's much to be gained by winning them over. Yes?
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Ooh, there's so many now. Okay. So build the watchtowers is finished. Commander Cullen, with the watchtowers built, we've had an advance warning of demon and bandit attacks. The area is safer for both the refugees and the farmers who had fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to know that the Inquisition is willing to put in the time to help with these people from Corporal Vale. Well, that's good. We should be able to go get Dennett and the horses then. Resources, resources. Frostback Basin. Secure route through the Frostbacks. Oh, Memorial for Haven report is ready. Ambassador Montilier, please assure the Inquisitor of my deepest regards. Work on the memorial proceeded without incident, and it was unveiled to a crowd of almost 1,000. May it stand forever as a testament to the tenacity of the faith in times of great trial. Arcade Aurelian. And the other one that was finished, Shadows of Redenerum. Inquisitor! Well, that was bracing. A pitched battle with evil mages disguised as kitchen servants. Fireballs flying and swords flashing. It brings back old times. I won't be eating anything coming out of those kitchens for a while, let me tell you. I wonder if they were going to poison me. Nasty little cultists. However, I'm grateful for the Inquisition's help. We wouldn't have found them without you, King Alistair Theron. Influence and a Ferelden Medallion of Service. I love Alistair. Ooh, I don't even know where to start. Acquire, Shrell. Okay, the search for the hack writer. That sounds fun. Ruffles. First off, you play a mean hand of Wicked Grace. Second, the lead you dug up for me on finding this Bellingham fourth guy in Kirkwall is starting to show some promise. I got my editor to look around for me. She's a coterie boss, so people tell her things whether they want to or not. She tracked down the poor sod carrying the manuscripts out of Kirkwall. This is where it gets weird. The courtier was a magistrate, Lord Werner Campring. The coterie won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe you could have a polite word with him for me. So, it looks like Liliana's is actually the shortest. A magistrate courtier, he has to be involved in something else. Let's find out what. Josephine says, I'm owed a few favors in the Viscount's office. I could call one in. And Cullen says, I have a friend in the Kirkwall Guard. She might be willing to talk to this magistrate. We're going to use Liliana since she's the shortest.
Inquisitor.
That usually bodes well. Ooh, acquire the Arcanist. Oh, that's Dagna. Let's get her. Skyhold has incredible potential for runecrafting and mastercraft smithing. If only we had a gifted mind to gain full benefit of the war and the Venatori have claimed many experts, but we have located an arcanist with great skill and a reputation for humbling first enchanters in both Andastrian and Imperial circles. 2 assassination attempts and at least 1 explosion have made landholders reluctant to allow her passage through their territory. It will take significant effort to bring her from Tantervale, but this arcanist would be invaluable to the Inquisition. Oh, it takes no time. Excellent. Josephine says, Alliance can overwhelm any concern. The owners of where she will travel only need to be convinced of the worth of pleasing us. Liliana is just suggesting we just sneak her out. A full retinue will secure her safety along the Imperial Highway. Let's do that. The Arcanist has been secured, despite great cost and the concern of more than a few traditional-minded mages. She awaits a meeting with the Inquisitor in the Undercroft. Ooh, exciting. We'll talk to her right after. Dorian's request. Now that you're in charge, there's something I thought I'd bring up. There are Venatori mages out there lurking in the wilderness. This comes as no surprise to you, since you can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Corypheus's minions, but these particular Venatori have additional significance to myself. For one, I know them personally. I would call them friends, except that would imply I didn't want them dead, which I do. Since I have an idea of where they might be, thanks to an investigation I began shortly before coming south, I thought we could put our heads together and track them down. At which point, they would sneer something at you into winter, and you would be forced to kill them, which makes everyone happy. You for eliminating a potential threat, me for eliminating men and women too stupid and short-sighted to be permitted to continue breath. They would be less happy, but who cares about them? Up to you, my Lady Inquisitor. So, oh, it looks like Liliana might be the fastest again, but we'll pick someone else. So Josephine says, if there are Venatori out there, they will show their faces. Someone has seen them, and coin loosens their lips. Liliana says, let us look into this carefully and quietly. We do not wish to alert the Venatori of our awareness of their existence. And Cullen says, we have former Templars skilled at hunting mages. I can send them to follow Dorian's leads. Let's send Cullen.
All right.
And then we have Josephine to go somewhere. What's happening in Orlais? Truth or Dare, the Imperial Court. Ooh, this one's good for Josephine anyways, that's perfect. A letter addressed to Vivienne lies open on the table. A note has been added to the top which reads, Josephine, darling, you should take care of this. V. My dearest Vivienne, you cannot have heard the shocking allegations against the Inquisition, or surely you would never have been seen with them. Allow me, as a friend, to open your eyes. People are saying that Divine Justinia is indeed alive, but that the Inquisition, her closest advisors and trusted servants, have orchestrated all this chaos on her orders. That it was Seeker Pentecost and her sister Nightingale who sabotaged the Conclave in order to eliminate opposition within the Chantry, and cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellion and Templars in a single stroke. To save their own reputation. Oh, to save your own reputation, you must escape this acquaintance immediately. Well, that's crazy talk.
At your service.
Oh, I didn't read what Josephine was going to do, but that's okay. So, what do we have here? We've got the Exalted Plains, Prix de Leon, which I'm pretty sure I'm too low for. I think you need to be about level 20 for that. Emerald Graves, I can probably do that as well. The Storm Coast, we've finished. Mostly. Black Emporium, don't need. Find the Warden. That's maybe something we should do. Where is this? Does it say? Oh, this is Crestwood. Okay, I think that's probably going to be our next location then. Okay, but we will do that after. We're just going to backtrack a tiny little bit and go say hi to Dagna. Oh, Cassandra approves. What did I do to get her approval? I don't know, but I'm happy to have it.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
Hello there. Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
You're the magical advisor?
Oh, you're her. The Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor, your worship. Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. And the breach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harriet's devices. The precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking.
Is what now?
No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
You can actually meet Dagna in Dragon Age Origins, and you can kind of send her off. I think you have a few options. You can like make sure she stays at home, or you can send her to the circles, so that's been pretty fun too.
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Coryphia say. That's a long chain of who said what. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Corypheus made it to open. But it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple. It sure is pretty. Wish I could see through it.
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Corypheus? My goodness. And actual physical rifts in the Veil? Also, dwarves? We don't dream. So, when mages talk about it, I can only, well, dream what it would be like. So there's that, and all the things you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies.
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero of Ferelden is a hero in Orzammar, too. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people. Literally.
You gave up so much, left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past, and I regret that my father couldn't imagine another life for me. But I don't regret what I did.
Your years of study have paid off.
Oh yes, the mages said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I wanted an exchange. The Surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. And so far as the Shaper is concerned, I'm castless. So you're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light. She saved us. She saved me.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me.
Oh, I love her. I'm just going to change the banners, because I'm kind of offended if there are actually, what was it, banners? Draperies. Uh-oh, I've forgotten. Maybe draperies? Oh, I do have a lot unlocked, more than I thought. Let's do Inquisition. Go with the classic look. Alright, time to talk to some more companions. I think Varric's probably next up, if he's where he's supposed to be. What does this door do? Oh, does this just take me straight upstairs? Where am I? Oh, Vivian's room. Okay, let's talk to her then. I have made a few errors when it comes to, well, maybe not errors. Just not appreciate my perspective. I think you can go in here after a while too. But that's okay.
You've made such intriguing design choices for the castle, my dear. They must be inspired.
Thank you, Vivian. I'm glad you approve.
When things have settled down a bit, I will take you to Valroyo and introduce you to my seamstress. And appearances are important. We can't have you mistaken for a commoner.
I suppose it's important to show we're an authority to be respected.
Not just respected, my dear. Awed, feared, aspired to. You command an army of the faithful, outfitted by the coin of the nobility. You must be a woman who commoners aspire to be, and to whom nobles bow.
That's quite a lot for one person to pull off, don't you think?
It is a challenge all great leaders must face, Inquisitor. The stories of your accomplishments will spread, and with them, doubt. Are you truly the woman from the tales? They will question what they've heard, but they will believe what they see. They must see someone greater than legends.
If that's your standard for me, what does the Divine have to live up to?
Andraste and the Maker cast very large shadows. The Divine absolutely must set the example for all Thedas. She must seem to be the embodiment of the Maker to the faithful. She needs the authority of the Maker and the charisma of Andraste. It will be no small task to fill that vacant throne.
I feel like I should not have mentioned the Divine at all. I don't want to give her ideas.
How may I help you?
I know if you select I want to help the Circle, you get a little side quest to get more approval, but I don't want to help the Circle, so I cannot. I guess that's all for now, but that was a nice conversation. She didn't yell at me. I don't remember if I mentioned, but I watched a little clip where if you get maximum disapproval from Vivian, she moves all of your stuff from your room to like down here. Oh, the other thing too. Is that a drapery? Well, they're there. Never paid too much attention to them, but all the little what are they called? The plaques that you find create little mosaic pieces because you're making a mosaic. They create little mosaic pieces around the castle, which is kind of nice. Okay, and this is the library, I think. Alright, we don't want to be here yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Whee!
It's looking good. Not good enough, but
Hello,
good.
Inquisitor.
We've stopped
Honored to
losing
help
at
with
least.
these, whatever
Faster
they are.
than you thought. Admit it.
I admit it.
Honored, Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhold. Did my part on the walls, and now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know it's worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
Where did you learn your skills?
Orzammar. Carved a few statues in my day. And before you ask, yes, I chose to leave. I carved a paragon who turned out to be a sodding madwoman. Couldn't stand looking at it. The memory of a dwarf, right?
Any ideas about the origins of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars?
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what. You finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
Okay. Or we talk to Varric. The gardens!
Fertile ground even here. This hold has everything.
Inquisitor, Elan Vimal. Honored to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. My colleague Adan was clear about the worth of your cause. I look forward to assisting him.
I look forward to working with you.
And are you? I wasn't sure what to think of you people, but recent events have put those doubts to bed. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must.
Do I have rare seeds? Oh, I do have rare seeds. Usually need royal elf fruit. Can't remember. Let's do that one. Because I know I need that for a quest at least. Don't think. Oh, maybe there's this room? Nope, that doesn't open. Alright, back we go. Let's talk to Varric.
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Don't have
Carry
questions. Nothing new to
Need
say.
something?
Carry
fine. Oh, Solus has his first little mural up. Oh, he's got a lot of murals up. I thought that took way more time.
Hello.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay, nothing new from you either.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Oh, I guess we're gonna go now.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Oh, okay, good. Not yet. I didn't really want to do it right now.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
Oh, that's right, and this is where Vivian is.
Inquisitor. What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate.
based on the partial improvements to Skyhold. As you were? Yes, Inquisitor. Inquisitor. As you were?
Meant to
Yes,
click on the
Inquisitor.
table. Okay. Up the stairs.
At your service, my lady.
Oh, nothing new
I'll
from
leave
you.
to your work.
I'm going to go out the front door. That never gets old. Let's see.
Lots of standards. That'll guide the dragon right in.
By the time it's across the growing legions, that roaring pincushion will be ripe for swords.
That easy?
Never said it'd be easy, but we win, so it won't come.
See, Cassandra over there is just standing still, which usually means there's a little scene to happen. Do I want to do... Yeah, I do. We're here. Let's do this.
You knew where Hawk was all along!
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit!
You kidnapped me! You interrogated me! What did you expect?
I expected you to tell the truth! I told you what was at stake!
So I just hand her over on your say-so? It's okay, Hawk. This zealot isn't crazy. I promise. Look at her. She's finally lost it.
All right, you've both made your points. We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but she had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawk, but she was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy...
You can't change the past, Cassandra.
So I must accept... what? That the Maker wanted all this to happen? That he... Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
That's unworthy of you.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand. But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
What if you hadn't believed him and you'd tracked Hawk down?
Honestly, Hawk might not even have agreed to become Inquisitor. She supported the Mage Rebellion after all. She wouldn't have trusted me for a second. But this isn't about Hawk, or even Varric. Not truly. I should have been more careful. I should have been smarter. I don't deserve to be here.
You're too hard on yourself, Cassandra.
Not hard enough, I think.
You can't believe that.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I'd pictured. But if I've learned anything, It's that I know less than nothing. Something is troubling me, Inquisitor. Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then. Yes?
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
I'm just gonna run back to Varric and see if he has something to say now that his little cutscene's over.
That got a little heated. Are you all right?
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I bet Cassandra regrets how things went back there. You should talk to her.
I appreciate that you're trying to keep the peace, but things between me and the Seeker are as good as they'll get. I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carta clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carta to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carta to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Oh, who's left? Oh, yes. Everybody in the inn. And then Blackwall.
Oh.
Someone left sliced plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are spiders everywhere. The plums were right in front of me, but I can't quite recall who took them.
Enchanters, the time has come to be
Did you hear the news?
yeah.
Hey, Krem's actually sitting down.
Inquisitor. That's got a good ring to it. We're happy to be here, Your Worship. You need anything, let me know.
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
I suspect Haven's quiet by now. Might be worth sending the boys back. We could recover some supplies, get an idea about the enemy's strength. We could even pick up any stragglers who haven't found Skyhold yet.
What a great idea.
We'll talk later.
What can I do for you?
Oh.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
And some may die. Enchanter, come to me.
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning?
Oh, Inquisitor, I joined. Sutherland, your worship. I saw some bandits, so I came to warn people. I'll let your warriors know and then stay out of the way. I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning.
I like this little quest line because if you complete his war table missions and then keep talking to him, like he grows a little band all together. It's pretty cute.
We don't need those chargers. We've soldiers enough without cell swords.
Just rumors. Look at their captain. What good could that bring?
Excuse me.
Can't trust any of them. No cause but money.
I hope that's the case with the lead on
Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
Alright, let's hear what you've got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Verschel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up. So I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Alright, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
I really like Sarah's room. Just full of her things that she's collecting. And you can read this journal out here. And it gets added to as the story goes on, which I like. Okay, and Cole's up here. Is he here? Yeah, he is.
I don't know.
It's very hard to have a conversation with the bard singing, though. Can I angle it a little better?
What are you doing?
Listening. Eyes rough, jangling armor hurts my ears, back aching, fingers too clumsy for knots. Wind cool like Aunt Eloise's pond, lips scalded as I sip, warmth blossoms, first kiss in the barn, what was his name? Tin jangle as the blood spills, Pierre's wrapped body on the wagon to the chantry, 5 more minutes, my fault.
Can you listen to anyone's mind like you did hers?
No, they have to need me. Pain, fear, sadness, guilt, anger, hurt. Things I can fix.
Can you do something for her?
Yes. It's okay. Nothing you did mattered.
What? Who are you?
They lie there, and sometimes they die, just like Pierre. You can't save them.
I don't know who you are.
Wait. That didn't work. Let me try again. You'll forget me in a minute. You can't save all of them.
What?
Like Pierre getting sick after you snuck out to Aunt Eloise's pond. You want it to be your fault, so there's a reason and it's not so frightening. But there is no reason. Pierre just got sick. The soldier was never going to live. It wasn't your fault. better.
So you walk into their lives, make them feel better, and they just forget you?
Yes. It's better to help and then be gone. If I stay, it can be frightening.
For you or for them?
Yes. Thank you for letting me help her. It's not how a person would do it. But it helped. That's what matters.
I wonder if he has any more to say. Let's run up and talk to him quickly again. And then we'll go find Blackwall. Oh, and Cullen, of course. My goodness, how could I forget him?
How do you know they won't attack here?
Darkspawn don't think. They flow. They burst through stone cut with their bloody hands, and they never stop. That Corypheus, he's got the face. He's got the corruption. But he's no Darkspawn. He's a thinker. He ain't interested in a fair fight. So if we build it right, he's not coming.
You know, I believe you.
I wonder why Iron Bull didn't have anything to say. I wonder what I need to do to trigger his conversation.
He was dead the whole time. He didn't know.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes. Maybe. What was it?
Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
I have to hear the rest of the spider story, though.
Of his fathers, enchanters at time.
Okay, that's fine. Cullen. Spider webs on the windowsills have to attract something, I think. I wonder if I can get up to the farthest door up there.
Strangest thing, when I reached down, my dagger was gone. Just gone. Know where I found it? In a barrel. The thing was filled to the brim with daggers. Got the strangest feeling. I know someone took it right off my belt, but I can't recall who.
So, this is where Cullen lives. And I love his room, I love his loss, but this hole in the roof never goes away. He just lives here with a hole in the roof in the mountains. It's great.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in Fall Redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Are you angrier at Corypheus or Samson?
I don't know. Samson at least should know better. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded. As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to listen.
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer.
Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Cullen, if this can kill you...
It hasn't yet. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment. Yes?
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Aw, poor Cullen. Okay, so I am running out of time. This was taking a little longer than I thought it would, so Blackwall will probably be the last we talk to today.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
Are you feeling all right? No voices or anything?
If I start hearing things, I promise you'll be the first to know.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. But so be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I even thanked him.
That was generous of him.
He said I stood to gain everything, while he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
Different doesn't always mean better.
In this case, I think it would have been better. But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with. Yes?
Oh, I guess that's all finished.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
So the only person that we didn't really say anything to was the Iron Bull. Hopefully that doesn't mean I have super low approval with him, but even if we do, that's okay. So there's a bit more exploring to do.
Our mounts have never had better. Perhaps Master Dennett will join us now. A space like this needs an expert.
I'm not sure when, but very soon I think I should have unlocked the specialties for mages. It might be when I come back again after being away from Skyhold and coming back. So I think next time...
I'm working with you, I'm not one of them.
What? Assassins? Templars? Mages? Magisters?
No, one of them.
Sisters, nobles, merchants, commission men.
Elves, you twit.
Is that it? Human.
Great. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, right. I think next time we'll actually start Crestwood. I'm not sure if I can complete Crestwood in one episode. It may take 2. I think it's a bit longer than the Falamire. And that was kind of right on the time limit, but we'll see. Whoops. So I'm just going to take us back in the direction of the war table. And I think next time the first thing we'll do when we start is going to be... Thank you. It's going to be to sit in judgment. So we can judge Alexis and get that done and over with. And then we'll head to Crestwood. So, thank you all for watching. This was kind of a more simple talking episode, but you've got to do those once in a while. Anyways, I will see you next time. Goodbye!